Darrell Brooks gets sentenced. Fuel me once here, driving instructor of the world. The judge laid out very clear arguments in how she was going to look at her sentencing today. She was going to start with the NGI plea, a not guilty by reason of insanity or mental defect plea, which was going to be Darrell Brooks' defense with his attorneys, but he withdrew it. Then she was going to look at the strength of the case against Darrell, the seriousness of the incident, the need to protect the public, and the character of the defendant. She said while they were going to do the NGI defense, 4 doctors examined Mr. Brooks, his history, all his psychiatric stuff beforehand, and all of them found him competent to stand trial. All of them said he had an antisocial disorder, that he was angry and quick to rage, but that he was not insane or did not have a mental defect which caused his actions. His lack of control over rage, his willingness to trample the rights of others, all caused these things in his life. She found him competent, the judge, Judge Darrell, found him competent because he changed his appearance when he ditched the car. He tried to call an Uber. He called his mother. He was calm. He was collected. He asked people to borrow their phones. But he has a history of violence, a history of ignoring rights. For example, he was court-ordered not to have contact with Erica Patterson, but he went and did anyway. Then he punches her because she won't give him money. He changed his appearance afterwards. He put his hair up. He took his sweatshirt off. She said there's no medication for a heart bent on evil. Darrell Brooks had to be removed several times. She left him there. He objected. She left him there. He would not pledge to come back and not disturb. She pointed out that he drove 7 blocks through the parade route, 4 blocks hitting people. He could have stopped at any time, but chose not to. He was able to brake to make a turn when he needed to protect himself, but didn't brake to protect anyone else. She said this was an assault. She said she was only using data from the right before November 21st and November 21st, and then his prior history as allowed in sentencing. Nothing about his outburst or character during the trial. This is to reduce the likelihood of an appeal. In the end, she gave Darrell Brooks 6 consecutive life sentences without parole, and 1 sentence, and she read out the names of each of the 6 victims, then a max of 12 and a half years, each for 60 injuries, plus then 5 additional years, so 17 and a half years, for a total of 1,067 years, no parole.